Sorry we're late. It was very important for Mike and I to make sure that we weren't going to get sucked up in the rapture. We had to
Well,
just give it an
yes.
extra 24 hours because we thought we might get pulled in right there at the last minute, but we didn't.
No, yeah. It was the Rapture. It was the Comedy Police. So many things were going on that we had to make sure. And this just goes to show you got to ring the notification bell on YouTube. When you go there and subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell because then you'll know when we're going live. And sometimes it's a Thursday when the rapture happens or doesn't. In this case, for the umpteenth time that certain people have thought it was going to happen, we may take a day to take a deep
That's
breath.
right.
So follow along. We're glad you're here. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, subscribe at all the different places. We appreciate it.
Ready to do it, and they have done some interesting study here on names of right-wing people and names of left-wing people. So they took some voter
Oh,
rolls, they took some names, and it's not, it's names from all generations too. So it's, we'll
okay.
look at them here, and I think this is really interesting, and I think you'll be able to figure out which are which. I didn't label them here, so I just want to give them to you raw, Mike.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. That would be a right wing person. Raw Mike is a right winger, I think.
So let's take a look at these.
Okay. Throw them on the screen and I'll say what I think.
All right, so here's the first batch. Under 24, Gracie Reagan, Ashlyn Alley.
That
25
is right wing.
25 to 55, Bailey, Ashton, Carly, Kylie. Lacey, Bobby, Mandy, Rebecca, with a K-A-H. Darla, Svetlana, Christy, Ginger.
Okay.
Dixie, Tamara, D, Leanne, Gayla, Jolene, Erna. Irna. What is
Irina.
that? What the hell is that?
Irina.
Irina.
Irina. Erna or Irina, whatever.
And Jolene, Caradad, Glenna, Neva. You think those are
And
right-wing names?
Okay. I right off the bat, the 24 and under, I thought definitely right wing.
Mm-hmm.
But then that 25 to 35 threw me for a bit. The Svetlana is odd in there, but when I see it Dixie, I'm thinking right wing.
Yeah.
The Dixie kind of tips it because this is all from one side, right?
Yes.
Okay, throughout the ages. I am going to say those are, and they're all female, or are they just
Those
whatever?
are all. Well, let me give you. Okay, I'm realizing now my my charts. These are the female names of a certain political bend.
Okay, and they're all the same, or each one different?
No, they're all they are all of the same political bend.
So I'm going to go right wing. The Svetlana
Yeah.
and the Dixie threw me right wing.
Yeah. From the same category, here are the male names: Brock, Colton, Dalton, Lane, Braden, Heath, Clint, Tanner, Cody.
Are these all characters from Yellowstone too?
Right. Chad, Bart, Brent, Galen, Randall, Marlin, Rex, and Doyle. So yes, you accurately surmised that these are all male and female right-wing names. Now,
That's crazy. That's
yeah.
crazy that you're able to do that. Like it shouldn't be something you'd be able to do.
I think
right?
Yeah, that's kind of what surprised me too. Is you can look at that and go, "Yep, I bet Keith and Clint and Brock, and Gracie and Reagan and Bobby." You just go, "Okay, yeah, those must be Republican type names." But at the same time, I don't know anybody with those names.
I maybe know one Reagan. That's about it. But the
Yeah.
rest of those names, you're right. I definitely have never met a Svetlana in my life.
No, certainly not. Now, hang on. I realized that I missed something here as I was putting these together, so forgive me. Now we're going to look at the names with the most left-leaning
Okay.
names. All right,
I have a feeling you can tell this too, which is weird.
It is, yeah. So let me hold on. There we go. Criminy. Okay. So for women, we have names like Ayana, Imani, Nina, Shaniqua, Tamika, Sade, Laverne,
What?
Dion.
The
Yeah,
sweetest taboo is a left-leaning one? That's fantastic.
I know.
Sade. That was a deep cut from Sade's library too, by the way.
For men, names like Malik, Jermaine,
I think it's
Jalen.
probably Malik.
You think so? Malik?
Yeah,
I like that there's Jalen and also Jalen
correct.
and
Now, see,
Darius.
Darius is an interesting one, right? Because Darius Rucker,
Yeah,
Hootie and the Blowfish country star, probably I feel would lean more right, but Darius the name is more popular with left.
right. But Hootie, I don't know. I can't make any
Yeah,
sense of it. Um, you've also got names like Mohammed, Jermaine, Darnell, Cedric, Roosevelt, Tyrone, Willie, Roosevelt. There aren't any Roosevelts
nobody's
out there.
named Roosevelt.
Come
What's
on.
the go back to that? What was it? Was there a Mo? It was just a big M and an O. Is that what that is?
MD is short for Muhammad.
Oh,
Is that
okay,
what you're looking
gotcha.
at there?
That
Yeah.
is, yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
all right.
looking at that one.
Um,
Wow.
Essie, Hattie. Again, I'm kind of feeling that these are left wing names, but again, don't know anybody.
No, no, but it is odd the times in which we live in, Johnny, with all that's going on and all that has transpired, that you can kind of see a name, and you shouldn't, right? You don't judge a book by its cover, but
Shouldn't.
you see a name and you go, unfortunately, good, bad, and different. I see a guy and he's like, "Hey, I'm Brock." Well, you probably got truck nuts.
Yeah,
I'm probably thinking you probably got truck nuts.
right, right, and probably a young college student named Jalen is probably pretty granola. Probably pretty gritty. Probably
Right.
has a guitar over his back.
Also, if you meet someone named Charity, she's probably been on stage somewhere dancing at some point. I mean, unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it is. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's odd that you're able to kind of see that. And I'm intrigued by where you found this study and how it kind of shapes up the way that
Yeah.
it kind of did.
Roosevelt, I think, is interesting to me because you can do three possible things there. You could go Teddy Roosevelt, which would be more on
Yeah.
the right. You could do Franklin Roosevelt, clearly on the left. You could do Roosevelt Franklin from Sesame Street, one of the best Muppets,
Oh
I
God,
think,
yeah.
in the
Yes.
history of Muppets. Didn't last for very long, but man, I loved Roosevelt Franklin.
I did too. I did too. You're right. That one has many different avenues in which it can, and also a street apparently, different avenues and a street of
That's
Sesame
right.
Street. That is.
Look, it's been a rough couple of weeks. We're not supposed to take Tylenol. Every other country except ours is a hellhole. What else has been going on? It's been rough. It's been bumpy, right? I mean, the
Yeah,
shows have been
it's
taken off the air and put back on.
yeah, it's been very bumpy. The escalators have worked or not worked. Teleprompters have also been suspect at best. But after what we just talked about, I think we could all use a hug. And according to science, here are 6 rules for the perfect hug.
Okay.
Now, we will go through, much like you did. I don't have a slide presentation here, but I'll go through and we can say yay or nay to each rule that science says equates to a perfect hug. Because
Okay.
I don't agree with some of them. And some people just aren't huggers. But we'll begin. Number 1, they say hug like you mean it. Deep pressure is the key.
Is that right?
I don't think they're
Deep
wrong on
pressure.
this. There is something like a hug, much like a handshake. You don't want just the gentle pat,
Uh huh.
like the cold fish thing. Like that's
Right.
not a good hug. Like you come in and you just kind of like, like if you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna hug,
Yeah.
hug like you mean.
Right.
I'm down with that. They say a recent study in the scientific journal Biological Psychology investigated which elements of touching during hugging influence the feeling of social connection with the other person. 75 volunteers experienced either deep or light pressure from a weighted blanket, while they were also exposed to a warm or neutral temperature pack. While they looked at pictures of people who were close to them, the result, especially deep, warm pressure, evoked a feeling of social connection. So get in here, man. Come on, bring it in. So you got to get some deep pressure on that hug.
You got to be careful with deep pressure. You're
Well,
giving people a license that they shouldn't have.
Well, you can't get too deep
That's what I
with the
mean.
pressure, if you know what I'm saying. That you can't get real up in there, but you'll know it. You'll know it when you feel it. Yes, Johnny?
Neither of us are women. But I
Yes.
think women know damn good and well when you're hugging in such a way that you're trying to squish their boobs.
Oh,
and I think
is that a thing?
I think we've all kind of gone, oh wow, how about that? You know, haven't you done that?
I've never done that.
I do that all the time.
I've never done that. I've done the opposite though, where you go in for the hug for the female, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is the right amount of pressure, but I accidentally feel where the bra strap is.
Oh.
And now I don't know where I put my hands because I don't want them to think that I'm trying to manipulate said strap through some type of Doctor Strange magic.
Yeah.
So that kind of freaks me out. I'm like, well, where do I go with my hands now? I've hit the bra. I've hit the clasp.
I don't know if I've described that accurately, and maybe women can call in or comment below. There's something about a hug. If you go a little too much, you're not hugging to hug.
Well,
you're hugging to get a cop of feel with your chest. I think that's what's happening.
Exactly. You're trying to get a nip touch with your own nips. I get what you're saying there. Which leads us to the next rule.
Yes.
Is that for the perfect hug, the hug should be between 5 and 10 seconds. Would we agree on that length?
That's a long hug.
Well, the 10-second part, yes. Anything over 10 seconds, I think, to your point, it's getting weird.
I think 5 is suspect.
Well, and I would have to go further and deeper into the research of, does that include the beginning part and the pulling close with the pressure? Because that, I mean,
right.
That 5 seconds and route 5 to 10 is okay, but I feel like 10 seconds is way too long for a perfect hug.
Man, I mean, think for a second. Let's just we're gonna be silent for 5 seconds and just imagine you and I are hugging.
Stopwatch.
Ready?
Who's got the stopwatch?
If I'm giving you a man hug that long,
that doesn't bother me.
That's a
5 seconds seems about okay. That's as long as should go. That shouldn't be the minimum. That shouldn't be the minimum. They're saying it's minimum 5 to 10 seconds.
Oh God.
That should be the minimum.
All right.
10 seconds is way too long. They said in a study from London, it was shown that volunteers rated hugs that took 5 or 10 seconds as more pleasurable than hugs that took 1 second. I don't know if you should be talking about pleasurable when it comes to hugs. They say probably not a good idea to hug much longer than 10 seconds with most people, as many people find very long hugs awkward at some point. Duration of the hug also depends on a bit of the relationship between the two people who hug. A recent study I was a part of found that friends on average hug for about 3 seconds, while lovers hug for about 7 seconds. Yeah, one of the lovers hug.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You get into that. You get over 3. I'm saying if you get over 3, you're sending a message.
You may be right. You may be onto something on that. I think 3 to 5 probably should be the parameter, not 5 to 10. I think we can agree.
I'm saying that. Over 3, you are sending a message.
Over 3 is not sending a message. Over 5 is sending a message. Over 10, you're just a weirdo.
Ladies, we need you.
Yes. Chime in.
Call in 707-4-MONKEY-466-6539 or comment below. I don't know, man. Yes. 3 seconds. Whew.
All right. Well, we're going to get halfway through the list. They say both crisscross. Oh, no. I think science is saying this is the perfect hug. And I think there is quite the debate about pressure and length. That's why they're number 1 and 2. Moving on to number 3, they say both crisscross and neck waist hugs are great. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that.
Oh,
the study mentioned all above also investigated whether the type of hug affected how much people liked it. They compared crisscross hugs with the arms of the hugging partners are crossed over each other's shoulders and waist. Okay, so it's
Left
this
goes
thing.
high, right goes low, right goes high,
Yeah.
left goes low.
And to neck waist hugs where one person hugs the shoulders of the other who wraps their arms around the waist. Oh, okay. So there's the high and someone goes low,
Right.
and then there's just this thing.
Neck waist is like the 8th grade slow dance.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. However, scientists did not find a difference between the two types of hugs. Both were great, they said. Moving on to number 4, they say, consider your hugging partner's personality. The study on hugging and relationship status mentioned above also investigated the effects of personality variables on hugging. The results showed that people who have high neuroticism and worry a lot prefer a bit more distance during hugging, while people who are very responsible and diligent in their social relationships tend to prefer less distance during hugging. So take into account the person you're dealing with. That's a terrible hug, by the way, that they use for the picture of this story. I just realized. Isn't it? That is a wet fish, just awful. Like, she wants no part of that. She
doesn't want to be there.
That's out of crisscross. She wants no buy-in on that whatsoever. Here's an interesting one. They say that for the perfect hug with the left arm first. I don't know if I do that. Maybe I do. I come in with a righty, so my right arm is always open. I guess I do wrap with left and pull close with the right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. So Greg wants to know, how do you hug your grandma?
You give grandma a nice hug.
Yeah,
it's a nice familial hug. There's different grades of hug.
That's
There's
just familiar. A couple
familiar.
seconds, though, isn't it?
That's a quick, oh, grandma, and then you're out.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
A lot of patting. Pat, 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 pat. I'm done.
Yes, very much so. Grandmas tend to try to hold on to the hugs a little too long sometimes. Grandmas and aunts do the same thing. But they say hug with the left arm first. When hugging someone, people have to decide whether they lead the hug with the right or the left. A study from 2019 has shown that overall, most people tend to hug with their right arm first, but particularly in very emotional hugs, there was a shift to more left-handed hugs. It's been suggested that this reflects an important role of the right hemisphere of the brain for processing emotion. And
you don't
finally,
go in like Frankenstein with both hands?
No. I hug you now. I will hug him and love him and name him George. Pat, pat, pat. Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't go in like Frankenstein. And the final rule for the perfect hug someone you love. They say a Japanese study showed that it matters a lot who you hug. A study in babies and their parents showed that a hug between baby and parent reduced the heart rate of both, indicating relaxation. Effect was not found when a female stranger gave the baby a hug. Who is just, hey, stranger, come over here and hug my baby. How are they doing that? How are they doing that study?
Shouldn't do that.
You got time to hug this baby over here real quick?
Or just walk up to somebody's baby and just take it and hug it? No, you're going to get arrested.
Lead with your left hand, 5 to 10 seconds with the baby, good pressure, and we'll have a perfect hug.
Dude, I think men have to figure out how to hug.
What do you mean? Like other dudes?
Yeah, when men hug men.
How so?
Well, because there's always the handshake, so that there are arms in between, and then it's a one-sided hug. Which I think it's kind of a lame hug.
Yeah, the shake and the pull close hug.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that. I always go ahead.
Because, well, you know what's going on there. It's like, we've got to make sure that there is a forearm between us so that we're not gay. That's what's happening.
You know what? You're not wrong on that probably, but I go against all convention on that. Like, if it's someone that I know and I've had a hug before, I don't even put the hand out. I just say, bring it in. I lead. I just lead right with the hug. Yes, I go full Frankenstein. Be like, we're going to man hug Frankenstein. We're going to be this far away and pat, pat, pat. I will make sure it's only 2 seconds long, and then we're out. So, yes. Here is an interesting situation where this guy is not giving any hugs to his family member because he is mad that his mom and his sister still communicate with his ex-girlfriend who cheated on him.
What?
Yeah. He says he's uncomfortable with his mother and sister communicating with his ex, who cheated on him with another guy, and he's wondering whether he is overreacting. I don't think he is. Here's his full story.
No.
He says, basically, he says they recently broke up with his living girlfriend after 2 years of dating upon discovering she was cheating on him. He goes, I only found out because the guy she was cheating on me with found out about me and reached out saying he had no idea that she was seeing anyone and she had been lying to him too. He said he immediately ended things with a woman and she moved out. He also said that he told his family that they were no longer together, though he didn't go into specifics about what happened. So maybe that's the reason why he didn't give the full story of, he just said, hey, we're done.
We're done.
He went on to say that he found out that his mother and little sister were still in contact with his ex several months later. He says, I thought that was incredibly weird behavior, so I confronted them about it and went into further detail about the breakup and told them she cheated on me.
Right.
Man said that his mom and sister appeared outwardly sympathetic when he told them the whole story and assured him they would cut contact with the woman. However, he went on to say that he recently attended a family dinner and found out that they are still, in fact, in contact with the ex. He said he immediately got defensive, told his mom and sister that it feels like they don't even care about how badly the woman broke him. He said that his mother in turn said, quote, she's a grown woman and she can talk to whoever she wants.
Oh.
And his sister accused him of being a typical controlling man.
Wow.
Whoa, so they threw it on this poor sap. He said that he left the dinner and has not spoken to his mother or his sister since. So he has asked the internets, is he a butthole for having cut off conversation because the mom and sister continually talk with a woman who broke his heart and cheated on him?
It's hard when there are mutual friends, and you gotta divvy up friends.
Oh,
that
yeah,
sucks.
That's awful. Yeah, that's awful.
But God, when it's your family, I think you can take sides. I think you're okay taking sides.
And you should take your family side, unless he was the one that cheated on her.
Right.
Then there may be culpable deniability there of like, hey, you're a jerk for cheating on her. And he didn't give them the full story at first, so you give them a pass, I guess, a little bit. It's still weird when the family talks to an ex.
Yeah.
But you maybe give him a pass, and then he comes clean and says, she broke me emotionally. She cheated on me. Oh, well, we're so sorry about that. And then you find out they're still talking to her anyway, knowing the full facts.
Yeah.
And then they come at you like it's your problem.
Right.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's not cool.
No. So I don't think he is the a-hole at all in this situation. I think
not in the least.
I just feel bad. I feel bad for him in that his family can't have his back. Like,
yeah,
that's just something you sign on for. Like in marriage and with your family, for the most part, you have to, no matter what, even though you may know your wife is wrong or your family is wrong in a situation, you still have to have their back.
Well, yeah,
right.
You can't break up with your mom, really, right?
Well, this guy is, and for good reason. Because his mom's cheating on him with his ex-cheating girlfriend.
He really is. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, mom's cheating on him with the ex-cheating girlfriend and the little sister. So, I don't know if there's I don't know if there's coming back. There's gonna have to be a big mea culpa from mom and little sister before if I were him, start talking to him again. They're definitely not getting any perfect hugs. That's for sure.
No, they suck.
Yes. Oh. Well, let's hope this guy doesn't end up turning to this new dating trend after being so broken by this woman. Shrekking is the new trend of the younger generation. And Johnny, do you have any guesses what shrekking may be?
Shrekking. I mean, I'm guessing by the imbalance between Shrek and Princess Fiona that it has something to do with some status sort of a thing, right?
Correct. It's
fatties
being referred
and little
to
skinnies. Is that what it is? It's big green
basically,
fatties dating little skinnies,
and vice versa. Yeah,
right.
Uggos, and attractives or mid-range non-Uggos. Basically, the shrekking trend is you purposely date down so that you can have the upper hand in the relationship. So you're shrekking so that you're the catch. right? So you feel like you have the power in the relationship because they're lucky to be with you. Like you're the hot one in the
Oh,
relationship.
how do you do that? How do you determine that? I
You
mean,
got
because
to
you
have a
got to,
high. Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, you got to find somebody. First of all, you got to find somebody who's ugly, which is not hard. A lot of ugly people out there. But then you also have to. Um, they've got to be somebody who is going to treat you right, right, right. I mean, it can't just be ugly for the sake of ugly.
Well, that's the whole reason you Shrek.
You
You're
sure?
you're yeah. The whole reason behind it is if I'm the catch, right?
Yeah,
If I'm going down in my weight class or whatever it may be, use whatever sports analogy here. They're going to be so happy that they got me that they're going to treat me like a king or a
I
queen.
see.
And that's what the whole point of Shrekking is.
Okay.
They say Shrekking assumes that there's a clear dating hierarchy that everyone knows, accepts, and follows. It's meaning dating someone whom you consider below your standards so you can have the upper hand of the relationship. Belief is the other person should be so grateful to have you and therefore will keep going extra miles to keep you happy. Now, here's the thing, though.
Hmm.
If you decide to go, by the way, we got a chat bot. I'm excited about the Twitch chat bot. If you could pull that, I would love that.
Absolutely. We love it when the only thing that joins us from Twitch is somebody selling scam followers.
Streamboo, baby. Streamboo.com, but remove that space.
Don't forget
I love
the code there too.
Yeah, for a discount, and she'll like it too.
Screw you, bot.
Yeah. So they say while Shrekking seems like a good idea, there's an opposite term that's being involved in Shrekking as well, is when you get Shrek. And when you get Shreked is when your Shrekking ends up going, yeah, you ain't all that, and the Shrekker leaves the Shrekky.
Now, I mean, how low can you go? Now you've been Shreked.
You're correct.
Now you've got to lower your Shrekness.
So they say Shrekking can lead to an unpleasant reckoning, or as they're calling it online, a Shrekkening, when the supposedly inferior person doesn't treat you nearly as well as you expect. In fact, that person thinks they Shreked you.
Wow.
So the person you think you Shreked, and you're like, you're below my standards.
Yeah.
You're going to treat me like a king or queen. And then you find out that they go, oh, I only got in this relationship because I was Shrekking you. And you
What
go,
do you do?
oh, no. You come to a Shrekkening.
When a Shrekker Shreks a Shrekker.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's if you got folks on TikTok saying stuff like we've all been there, and then deeming a former significant other a Shrek. If you haven't figured it out yet, being described as a Shrek is typically not a compliment. And so, yeah, Shrekking is deliberate and not the same as compromising, they say. Shrekking assumes that everyone subscribes to the same dating hierarchy. And Shrekking assumes that everyone knows where they fall on that hierarchy, and they don't. There are people who have unrealized confidence or unnecessary confidence in things that would look upon you as their Shrek, not the other way around. So,
I mean, do we have
crazy
to follow,
world.
Do we have to follow the entire story all the way through? And does the person doing the Shrekking eventually have to turn into a Shrek?
I
follow
think
the whole story.
I think so. I think inherently, if you're the person who is purposely feeling someone's beneath you, you're kind of an ogre already.
Yeah.
You already got a little Shrek ogre to you. If you're saying the only reason I'm dating you is because you're beneath me and I want you to kiss my ass.
Our poet laureate Greg chimes in and says, she's got a face like a bug that got squashed into the rug. Me, I'm clean, tall, and lean. Meet the new wife, Ugh.
Well played.
That's romantic.
Well played, my friend. Yeah. So, now ultimately, relationships are about fit and compatibility, they say, and you probably shouldn't go Shrekking. But I want to meet someone who got Shreked. Yeah. I really do. I want to be like, you dick. It seems like a guy thing more than a girl thing.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I don't know though. I mean, there are some good-looking ladies who they know what's going on.
That's true, but usually they go sugar daddying, not Shrekking.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
God, I wish one would do that with me.
Ladies, he's available. Get free
That's right.
cheap followers at Streamboo.
A chain of funeral homes in the UK has released their list of the most unusual funeral music that you can pick. So let's go through. There's both like the most common ones and the ones that are, the most unexpected.
I was just about to guess some of the most common ones, and My Way was my first choice.
Yeah. So you got My Way, Frank Sinatra, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which is kind of a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I like that song, The Wizard of Oz, but I'm not. I'm thinking more Rainbow Connection. I would prefer than Somewhere Over the Rainbow
cool.
at my funeral.
Time to Say Goodbye. I mean, these are that's kind of like a breakup song, isn't it?
What jackass has the chutzpah to have Tina Turner's Simply the Best, better than all the rest, played at their effing funeral? Talk about someone who thinks highly of themselves.
Well, we don't know if these are self-picked or picked, from the family members.
Oh, okay. Wind Beneath My Wings is still a thing that people do?
Yeah, I guess so.
Ah, God, and You Raise Me Up? Ugh.
Yeah, kind of weak.
I have no use for this list.
Yeah.
People are lame.
Well, yeah, some of them are just kind of expected. Some of them are just kind of like, meh.
What's Supermarket Flowers? I don't know if I've ever even heard that freaking song.
I don't know if I know that one either. Ed Sheeran?
Yeah.
Can we play it without getting knocked off YouTube? Probably not.
No.
I don't want to.
No, it's Ed Sheeran. Abide With Me. Oh, it's a hymn. Okay. Yeah, that's just kind of a terrible list.
Yeah.
And those are the usual ones. I want to see the unusual ones because this list sucks.
We Like to Party, Venga Boys.
Are you shitting me? The Six Flags Great America. Who's playing that? Does an old guy come and like throw out free tickets to Six Flags at your funeral if you play that?
Ding Dong the Witch is Dead.
How do we have two Wizard of Oz songs?
Oh, you're right.
For funerals. We have the number 3 and the usual, and the number 2 and the unusual, both from Wizard of Oz. I've never watched that movie and gone, one of these songs, not the Lollipop Guild. I want that on the unusual list. I want to represent the Lollipop Guild as I'm lowered into the grave.
Now, I guess the question is Ding
Dong... Wait. Go back to that.
Okay.
Gangnam Style?
Well, wait. I've got a question about Ding Dong the Witch is Dead.
Okay, go ahead.
Is Ding Dong the Witch is Dead self-chosen or chosen by the family?
It's got to be. Boy, you have to be a real big bitch if it's chosen by the family.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be self-chosen as a joke.
So then we got, Gangnam Style by
Psy.
Hey,
Sexy Lady. Hey, Sexy Lady should not be played in any funeral. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I don't mean to be a traditionalist on everyone and be old man yelling at the sky, but who wants Hey, Sexy Lady in their funeral?
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that I can appreciate not wanting the funeral to be a dud and just say, hey, guys, You know what? In my, to honor me, go have a good time and play something cool. I can't really see somebody being lowered into the ground with that, though. Number 4, the theme from Jaws.
Dun, dun. I like that as you go down the aisle as they bring in the casket. Just slowly.
Are you okay? Did your earpiece fall out?
Yeah. I'm making do.
All right. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you just fine.
We got a ways to go.
No. I know.
Dance Monkey from the Tones and I don't know if I know that one.
Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey, Dance for me. Okay. It's that song, yeah.
Don't know what the countdown theme tune is. Or the
I wonder is that Jeopardy?
I don't know. Again, this is a British list. Let me see if I can. It might have something to do with something like that.
I would like the Jeopardy. That'd be pretty cool.
Would that be here? The countdown clock.
Countdown theme tune.
Guess
I'd
it's
rather have
something.
Final Countdown
Yeah,
by,
no, there you go.
that was what, Europe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be better.
The shipping forecast theme. Not sure what that is.
I'm not either. Very ethereal.
Yeah. Fire Starter by Prodigy. Highway to Hell by AC/DC.
See, I would think Highway to Hell would be more of the usual one than the unusual one. Hey, quickly, I have a mob of people just walking in the middle of the road in front of my house. Is that okay? It's like 3 or 4 families taking a walk together in the middle of the road with a stroller.
No,
Is
it's not okay.
is that a yay or a nay?
No, you can't. No, that's. Do you need to call somebody?
I was going to say that seems unsafe at best, but I digress.
And then we got 21 Seconds from the So Solid crew.
No point of reference on that.
No
one.
point of reference.
I've always joked that I want Andrew WK's "Party Hard" played at my funeral.
Well, drop in the comments there what song you want played at your funeral, and maybe we can build a better list than these.
Yeah, Greg's got Wild Thing, he says he
go.
wants. That's a good one.
Well, how can we help you, Mike, with your earpiece here? Is there something we can do to...
Oh, no. All we need to do is go to the next slide with me not on screen.
Oh, sure. All right, here we go. Well, let's do this. All right. Hershey's has won a lawsuit. Someone is accusing the Hershey company of their pumpkin Reese's cups from not being spooky enough. Here's how this played out.
I saw this, and the beef was on the front of the package. The eyes are cut out on the package. And then this person, when they opened it and did not see the peanut butter in the triangle eyes of a jack-o'-lantern, got pissed and they sued, which is the weirdest lawsuit ever.
Can we look at you again?
Yeah. Oh, I'm good. Oh,
okay. Oh, look at you there.
I know. I got an earpiece and everything.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
So the front of the package, it's got the teeth with the eyes, and this person opened up the Hershey's and pumpkin and pulled it out and just wasn't scared. They wanted to open it up and go, ah.
Who buys candy to be afraid of the candy, by the way?
The lawsuit claimed the company's tricked customers by depicting spooky Halloween designs while the unwrapped chocolate were featureless. U.S. District Judge Melissa Damon ruled Friday that the customers who filed the class action suit, so there was more than one?
Point of parliamentary procedure. Who the hell has never had a Reese's pumpkin in their life? I mean, the thing has been around for how many years? And it's never had the face cut out. Well, get with the program, folks.
I guess it was a expectation didn't meet reality. The judge said to show the lack of confectionery details on the chocolate and peanut butter candies, such as missing mouths and eyes on jack-o'-lanterns, ghosts, and other Halloween-themed figures, had caused economic harm to them. Judge pointed out that while consumers may have been disappointed by their appearances, the candies were not, quote, so flawed to render them useless.
Thank you.
In other words,
although you would disagree,
the product lived up to its, it's supposed to be a chocolate and peanut butter thing. Now, I do have an issue with Reese's Easter eggs, Reese's pumpkins, Reese's Christmas trees. You
can't stand him, and I never understood this because Reese's peanut butter cups is one of your favorites, but yet you detest. Okay,
love Reese's peanut butter cups. Cannot do the pumpkins, the Christmas trees, the eggs. And here's the thing. They are the proportions of chocolate to peanut butter is wrong. There is something wrong with the ratio of chocolate to peanut butter. And I argue that the chocolate outside isn't snappy enough.
I will not disagree with your snappiness argument. There is a definite lack of snappiness because they don't have the ridges on the regular cup.
Right.
And to your point, to your ratio, the ghosts, the trees, the eggs are full peanut butter from front to back. With the cups, there is the ridge and the only middle part, and then you have the outside slope that's just the pure chocolate,
Yep.
and you do get that snap, but I still think you're crazy. I actually, other way around, I want it all. I think the trees and the eggs and the pumpkins proportion better because you get the full amount of peanut butter and chocolate together.
I will even argue that the ridge is part of the experience.
There is the peeling of there is the peeling of the cup out of the wrapper.
The mouth feel of the ridge when you bite into it. You can feel the little jiggity jags. I'm telling you, there's a stark difference between Reese's peanut butter cups and whatever this. They should be sued for being bad ratios.
Now, the difference is between the two of us. It may be that for me, the Reese's is a seasonal treat. I don't usually partake of a Reese's in its cup form throughout the year.
You're going to tell me next that Shamrock Shakes should only be around St. Patrick's Day? Is that what you're going to tell me?
No, I didn't. I did not say that. I did not say that the Reese's cups should be taken away. I said I am not one that goes for them. I'm more of a Reese's seasonal specific. No, you all right?
No, I'm
the Port Laureate.
So what? You don't have them like in April?
No. Well, yes, because if it's a late Easter,
if it's a late you know Easter, what I mean.
No, I will always defer. I will always defer to the seasonal shape Reese's. I don't ingest the ridged cup very often, which may be why your argument is moot with me.
Yeah.
I prefer the seasonal ones. Comment below which one you'd agree with. Are you more of a peanut butter cup, or do you like the seasonal shapes better?
Yeah, I'm telling you, why? there is a noticeable difference between the two, and I will say the seasonal ones are just a letdown.
Interesting.
Go to hell, Hershey's. Go to hell.
You're not spooky enough. You may not be spooky enough, but you're definitely not tasty enough in your seasonal treats. Don't get me started on Oreos, by the way.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, that's a whole different argument. Well, we go from spooky Reese's to, did you know this was a thing? The Grave Diggers International Grave Digging Championship. It's been happening for the past few years, every year since 2016, except for 2020 and 2021. Hungary's Association of Cemetery Operators and Maintainers have been inviting grave diggers from all over the world to the European country to compete for the title of World Grave Digging Champions. Why hasn't this ever been on ESPN?
Really?
I've never seen this on the Ocho. They put some other dumb stuff on there at times. You work in teams of two. Grave diggers must put their abilities to the test by digging graves that are 2 meters long, 80 centimeters wide, and 1.6 meters deep within 2 hours, and then shoveling the approximately 2.5 tons of dirt back into the holes to create a neat burial mound.
Wow.
That is quite specific. I don't know the metric system enough to know what we're talking about in feet, but that's still quite specific that you have to do the parameters within 2 hours and then put it all back in for a nice burial mound.
Yeah, I'm guessing that those are proper, grave proportions. What worries me is, why do you need a grave so quickly? That's the part that worries me. What's the hurry, son?
True. I mean, I guess it's personal pride. I don't know if they do that within their workday.
Yeah.
The two of them to try to get through, I don't know, unless it's like...
I'm a little alarmed by somebody who can produce a grave in such a short amount of time.
Well, yeah, that's a two-person crew. Maybe they do a little work on the side if they can get a grave that precise that quickly. That's for sure. By the way, the way they end up being judged, and this was just earlier this month, September 6th is when this 8th International one took place. They are graded on a 10-point scale based on speed, aesthetics, and precision. Mm-hmm. They got to have a pretty grave that you dug. The Hungarian team of Herakles nonprofit Kieft managed to snag the first prize for the second year in a row with an enviable time of just over an hour and a half to get everything dug out and refilled. Hot damn. Laszlo Keese and Robert Nagy won with a time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 20 seconds, defending their first place from last year. The winners credit their success to the routine they developed in their daily work without any special training. So they're just naturally good at digging graves.
That disturbs me even more.
Right, that scares me even more. Like, no special training. We're just that damn good at digging graves.
And Hungarian, isn't that where Vlad the Impaler is from? Oh,
you nailed it.
What are these people up to?
What
are these people up to?
What are you doing, Hungary?
I don't like this at all.
By the way, Russia was represented at this year's competition by employees of Novobursk Crematorium, who sadly came in last place, blaming the deplorable performance on hot weather. Why do you hold grave digging in such hot weather? In Russia, always cold death.
They work in a crematorium. It's always hot.
Right, what the hell? Why, you don't dig a lot of graves in the crematorium, you ding-dongs.
No wonder they're not good at it.
Yeah, the goal of the International Grave Digging Championship is to raise the prestige of the grave digger profession and young people to the job, showcasing their skills. Furthermore, the organizers want to use the championship to recognize the hard work of grave diggers, which requires not only physical fitness, but also mental strength.
No.
And if you happen to fall in grave for Vlad the Impaler, extra bonus over here in Hungary.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, that's you've not raised the attitude of how I feel about grave diggers, especially rapid ones.
By the way, Rapid Grave Diggers, great rap group.
We have $55,000 in damage caused by poop spray. How?
I want to know, when I read this story, I was like, it's only a few weeks into the school year.
Yeah.
And you're already pumping poop spray into like the air ducts because the kids are out of control?
You're right. That's more like a senior prank at the end of the year, right?
Yes, it's definitely not something the teacher should be doing or a teacher's assistant. It's the last day of school. We're going to poop spray the hell out of this thing. Peace out, bitches.
Alexander Paul Robertson Lewis. That person has 4 first names.
What did he discover? That's quite the expedition he went on.
Alexander Paul Robertson Lewis was arrested. He's 32 years old, charged with disturbing schools and malicious injury to property. Investigators said Lewis used the spray multiple times at West Florence High. The spray, which can be purchased online, is, quote, designed to imitate fecal odor. Videos have gone viral on TikTok, which is all videos do, showing people spraying the foul odor in their cars and elevators as pranks. The spray caused a disruption at the school, and some students had to seek medical attention for respiratory issues. It also resulted in $55,000 in repairs for the school's air conditioning system.
He disseminated through the HVAC system, didn't he? He sprayed the poop spray so it would spread out for the farthest width it could and get the most out of the situation at hand.
It's not known if Alexander Paul Robertson Lewis has an attorney.
But he is one.
Yeah.
Sounds like a firm.
He's 4 of them.
Yes.
He's a whole firm.
Here at Alexander Paul Robinson and Lewis, we defend your right for shit sprays.
In 2023, 2 teenage boys at a Texas high school were criminally charged after a fart spray prank led to evacuations, canceled classes, and sent students to the hospital. I like that on NBC, they have both used poop spray and fart spray in the same article. Something that never would have happened years ago. I'm glad we've gotten to a point where that is now the case.
And when that happens, we're going to report on it because that used to be our AKA.
It is time For this week in slow-mo,
Ooh.
comes to us from Russia. And it involves a chairlift.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so let me get that out of the way. Let's watch what happens to this chairlift in Russia, and then we'll watch it in slow motion. It's pretty incredible.
What? Holy hell. Oh, no. Oh, no. I
That's a
did not
lot.
expect that. I didn't expect that last part to happen. Like, I thought everyone had dodged to safety, and then that poor son of a bitch gets hit by the random. First of all, that is a rinky-dink ass chairlift.
Yeah, you don't
Like,
expect any of that to happen. I mean, that is a
no,
colossal failure.
the chair goes by, and when you said chairlift, I think of ski lift, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just like a tiny little stool that goes by, and all of a sudden that thing just flies out of there, and I'm like, oh, thank God everyone's safe. And then that poor bastard at the end just gets popped in the head by the one last random bit that falls down.
Let's watch this in slow motion, because you've got a guy who's obviously leading these people onto the chairlift just as this calamity is happening.
Paid my ticket.
He yanks him out of the way.
Yep. Bonk. Bonk. Damn. I love how he went and protected the lady, though. That is the correct thing to do by the worker. He pulled the guy out of the way as best he could and then went and protected the lady. Quite the gentleman.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting what happens to the guy in the gray. I guess we'll just call him Dad. It looks like a dad, a mom, and two kids. And
Okay.
so the worker is leading him to the chair one at a time, like he's supposed to do. And it's what you thought happened is not what happened. So the whole thing just comes flying down.
Yeah. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, that poor bastard.
And it wasn't that blue beam that got him. It's that piece of metal
Oh, no.
that hit him in the head and put him to the ground.
Oh,
Did you
I
catch
thought it was
that?
the beam.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that at first. I thought it was the beam that hit him and then hit him a second time.
I thought it was too, but there is that one rogue piece of rebar
Oh, God.
that pops him in the head and takes him to the ground.
Simultaneous with the
Bang.
beam hitting him in the shoulder. Oh,
Yeah. Now, no question, I mean, he narrowly escaped decapitation because, I mean, look how close he came to just losing his entire cranium.
Oh,
And then,
God,
that
yeah.
stupid thing. He's like, he thought he was safe. It's like, oh boy,
He
I dodged
did.
that one, and then just absolutely gets pummeled by this, just the tiniest thing.
Yeah. Oh. Look at this. Look at this. The fence shake and the
Yeah.
gate open there.
Now there are other people involved here, and as you can see off to the right,
Oh, Jesus. I didn't see that guy over there.
Yeah, there are two old guys actually
Oh, no.
who come come dangerously close.
Oh, that guy ran behind. Oh, no.
God.
God bless.
It's like the machine room at the Titanic just came flying at them.
I know. I can't believe that they don't look like they have that much heft. The little chairs. Like, I want to know what happened to where that thing just kind of flew out like Jaws, like da 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 da. Floom.
Yeah, how it lost its mooring, I do not know, but it absolutely just a catastrophic failure. Now, you were complimenting the worker for protecting the woman and the kids.
But I have a feeling I'm going to be proven wrong in the fact that he Costanza the shit out of it and was trying to get by them, and they were staying by to see their dad.
Okay, so he's right there. Now watch.
Yes.
He
Gone.
absolutely.
Yep. Out of there. Out of there.
He pushed her away to
The
save
only
his.
reason, yeah, the only reason he didn't do it sooner is because shit was falling and
Yeah.
he couldn't get through.
Yeah, he pushes her aside.
Pardon me, ma'am. I got to get the hell out of
Leaves
here.
kids.
Yeah. And by the way, once again, may I just say,
It was an inferno in there! An inferno! There he is! That's him!
Yeah, a total Costanza moment.
yeah, he Costanza the hell out of that. Once again, though, I was going to say, much like I think our the fainting that we had, if you missed any of the videos, you can see them for quickies. If you missed any of the podcasts, we put them up for quickies. Once again, it's the woman who is the most useful in that situation.
Yeah.
That the worker hightails it. Dad sticks his dumb head back in for no apparent reason. Mom has got both kids and very orderly and calmly making sure everyone's evacuating in a precise manner. The other two dopes, the other two old dudes, one guy runs into the problem. The other guy just stands there like an idiot. Once again, when it comes to a crisis,
Yeah.
women handle it better than dudes.
No question. Watch Mom, who just like little ducks. She just pushes them, gets them into position.
Yep.
Chaos reigns. And even when she gets pushed aside, she keeps her head about her.
Yep. Just like, fine, that's fine. Everyone hold the human chain. Make sure the dad's kind of okay. I Shrek'd your dad, so I'm hoping that maybe he didn't make it out and I could start anew, but that's fine. Let's get to safety, kids.
Now, this happened at a Russian resort where apparently a handful of people were injured. Yeah, at least 8 people were injured. Resort goers were traveling in chairs before a cable suddenly falls to the ground. Several chairs are seen plummeting into a lake below. Watch this angle from the rest of the thing. So you got somebody cruising on the chair like they're supposed to. This is when the cable snaps and everybody goes down.
Oh no. Oh, ouch. Whoa. Holy that poor bastard. Oh.
He almost gets impaled on a fence and then just gets dropped into a road.
He gets racked. His nuts get racked. And then he gets stuck in this tree, swinging around there.
Well, and watch over the lake. There's several chairs that just go right into the drink.
They're the lucky ones. At least they fell into water. This poor bastard gets racked on the top of the fence and gets stuck in a tree.
Yeah. The investigative committee for the Kabardino-Balakiraka region has opened a criminal case. Search and rescue was launched. People were dropped into the trees. I mean, it's just a crazy happening.
Is this a resort for people who don't care for Putin? It seems like this make it look like accident and push woman out of way.
Yeah. But appreciate how quickly all this happens when we watch it now in regular speed.
Oh, there, I heard it. I heard it that time. The lead pipe hit the dad. You heard it like ping and then come up. You're like, oh no.
That is a catastrophic failure. And at least 8 Russians are injured right now for what they thought was just a nice family vacation.
I hope Tree Guy's okay.
I hope so too. I hope so too. But I hope the guy who ran and left Mom and the kids in the dust, I hope he sprained his ankle or something.
Yeah, exactly. He deserves something to happen to him for karma's sake, at least.
This has been yet another episode of Mike and Molson Mangle the News, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We thank the Twitch bots for selling us
Stream Boo. Cheap followers at
Yeah.
streamboo.com.
I'm not opposed to buying followers if we have to.
I'm not either,
I'm not embarrassed.
especially from Streamboo. It seems
Yeah.
like a very reputable site, especially
You know.
telling us to get rid of the space of streamboo.com.
If all who are watching us are some sad, impoverished people in Mumbai who are pushing buttons and racking up our views, okay.
I tell you what, if we get enough followers, we'll buy a new chairlift for Russia. How about that?